we go. Okay, so it's recording. Great. And then I may lock the meeting in just a moment to be sure, even though I know folks may be joining us. I'll give them till about 12:05, and then I'm going to lock the meeting just to be sure that. And I'm going to go ahead and mute you all, but you should have the ability to unmute if you have a question that you want to ask. So I'm just going to mute everyone and allow you to unmute yourself. If you need to, you can do that. So let's go ahead. I know everybody's been sitting a lot, but let's just go ahead and center for a few moments. Any comfortable sitting position. So you could sit in arrow pose, sitting on your knees. If you have a block and you want to sit with the thighs a little bit outside the hips. I'm not sitting on my block, so I'm going to sit on my heels. Yeah, so welcome. I'm Shauna. If I haven't had a chance to meet you, you can unmute if you want. You can turn off your video if you want. You don't have to have it on, otherwise I can hopefully see you. Go ahead and decide if you'd like to have your eyes open. You can have your eyes closed. Let your arms dangle at either side here. We're just going to start with a short tension release visualization, which I've been finding very helpful the last few days. So as you inhale, you can imagine breathing in anything that feels cool and refreshing, whether that's breath or water or energy. So just imagine breathing something cool and fresh into your heart center. You can retain that inhale for just a beat as you silently say to yourself, I consciously wish to release all negative psychic tension. And as you exhale, you can feel a sense of releasing any of that negative tension as dark, smoky liquid rolling down your arms, off your fingertips into the floor. So adapt this as it makes sense for you. Just working with this visualization, inhaling pure, clear energy into your heart center. Silently affirming, I wish to release all negative psychic tension. As you exhale, just feel a sense of release. Let that tension, that smoky liquid roll off your arms into the floor. Just breathing, visualizing, and releasing. If you've noticed that you've added any force to your breath, or if your mind is trying to identify all the things you're letting go of or whatever you're letting go of, just with compassion, you can soften the breath. You can let your mind let go. It doesn't need to know what you're letting go of. And when you're ready, if you want to open your eyes to see what I'm doing, you can just pick up your fingers, you can flick them out, just pick your hands, get any gunk off. I think this idea of practicing active surrender, it seems like surrender should be easy, but I feel like it's kind of a practice. So go ahead and move into table pose, coming into hands and knees. I'm going to do a few little adjustments here with my camera, but moving into table pose. Just feeling a neutral spine, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. You can start, I'm going to lock our meeting here. You're going to start to come into cat and cow. So as you inhale, you're going to find some extension through the upper spine. You'll lift the crown of the head, lift the tailbone lightly. Exhaling to round into a cat stretch, finding that lovely flexion through the spine. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Good. Yay. Good. Good. Yeah. And as you're exhaling into your cat stretch, see if you can Feel like you're drawing your pubic bone towards your navel to draw the abdominals in towards your spine. So feeling a little abdominal engagement. Good. And moving organically in any way that would feel good. Does everybody can hear me okay? I hope, yeah. Moving organically. If there's any way that would feel good here, anything else you'd like to do, if you want to circle your hips. Wag your hips. All right, and we're going to move into coming onto your forearms. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So let the legs, top of the feet rest on the floor. Come onto the forearms. You can slide the elbows a little in front or keep them under your shoulders. And here, feel your abdominals drawing away from the earth and towards your hips. Maybe you feel a little zing right at the top of the hamstring where it inserts into your glute. Drop your chin. Lift the head. As you exhale, turn to look to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to turn to the left. So just moving here with your breath. As you exhale, let the chin softly release. Inhale to lift. Exhale as you turn your gaze to one side or the other. Inhale, center. Come back to center. So you should feel the top of the shoulders soft here. Core is engaged. Exhale, drop the chin. Find that nice cat stretch through the upper back. So flexion through the upper spine. Core stays toned. So that may feel like plenty of work right here. Or you can continue to lift the thighs and knees coming into an unsupported plank pose. So plenty of core work, option to choose here. And release. If you had moved your elbows a little forward and you want to try it with us the second time, make sure you move the elbows back under the shoulders. Good. Drop the chin. Draw the abdominals away from the earth. Good. Round the upper back. Start to lift the thighs and knees. Good. Breathe here. Take a couple breaths. And release. Woo. Good work. Bring the hands on either side of the shoulders. Inhale to table. Exhale to downward facing dog. Ooh, this should feel good. So we're going to take the hips up and back. You could paddle here, bending one knee and then the other. Good. Good. You can take the hands about shoulder distance apart. Good. So staying in down dog. I'm just going to come check the video here. So yeah, so down dog, you're in down dog. Good. Everybody can hear me okay? I've got the video a little far away, so I want to make sure everyone can hear me good. So we're just staying in down dog. Good. Pressing the feet evenly into the floor, pressing the hands down and away. Good. Armpits draw towards your heart. Eyes of the elbows. If there was a little beam coming from the eyes of your elbows, they would go diagonally forward and kind of cross in front of your heart. With your next exhale, walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Clasp the elbows, rock yourself a little side to side. Whew. Release the elbows, bend the knees lightly. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead as you come to standing. Good. Exhaling, hands to heart. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Right hand clasps left. Exhale, lateral stretch over to the right here. Good. 4, Feel that right side contracting, left side expanding. Feel the feet connecting to the earth, feeling grounded here, being in your body. Inhale to center, change hands, left hand clasps right, exhale over to the left or whatever side you're going to is fine. Ooh, breathing here, finding some spaciousness. Maybe feeling like that right rib cage is stretching away from the hip, the waist is getting longer. Inhale, come on back to center. Take the hands apart as you exhale, sit down into chair pose. So we're gonna bend the knees. Good. We want the knees over the hips, so not forward. I'm gonna take the groins back, shoulders over the hips, yeah. And arms alongside the ears. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, step one leg and then the other leg back into plank pose. Now you can modify here coming onto your knees. You're gonna feel a little bit of protraction through the shoulders, that same good core engagement as though you were trying to draw your pubic bone towards your navel. Let the front of the thighs sink down just a little bit, but keep the core engaged to support the low back. As you exhale, press the floor away, lowering down slowly. Inhale, you can take Sphinx or you can take Cobra, hands on either side, extension through the upper back. Head, chest, and shoulders lift up. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your spine lengthen here. Let's tune into being in your body today, to be present for your physical sensations. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. You can bring that left leg in a little. Inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead. We're gonna come into a warrior one. So the front knee is bent, back leg. The hip is turned forward towards the narrow end of your mat or towards the front, whatever your front is. The arms are reaching up and overhead. Take any strain out of the low back by engaging the core. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Cobra, or you can take Sphinx. Totally fine to take Sphinx. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. The bottom of your next exhale, step the left foot forward, right foot could come in a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, warrior one. Second side, so arms alongside the ears, hips squared forward, front knee over ankle. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Option here, option only, to add an extra push-up. So I'm going to come to my knees, add a push-up, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Good, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. See if you can keep the hands on the floor. If the knees need to bend or the feet don't quite get to the hands, that's okay. On an exhale, bend your knees, reach the arms up and overhead, chair pose. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, we'll do that again. Sun salutation B. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step to plank. Option to add a push-up in. You don't need to, just an option today for those who've been sitting a lot or want that extra. On an exhale, lower down. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale, down dog. So you can modify today as you need to. Take a break if you need to. On an exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Good, take a breath or two here. On an exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower down. Feel free to add an extra push-up in if you want. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. The bottom of your next exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, warrior one. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. I'm going to take a break and watch you guys. Inhale, plank. Option to take a push-up if you need to. Good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. You can always take Sphinx pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Armpits draw towards your heart. Front of the thighs press back towards the back of your mat. As you exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale to chair pose, bending the knees, reaching the arms alongside your ears. Next, inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Take a couple nice breaths here. Step the feet hip distance apart. Toes can be turned out lightly. As you exhale, we're going to squat down into squat pose, malasana. Now, if this is too intense on anybody's knees, you can always sit on your block. You could also try it with as a straddle stretch. So press the knees into your triceps. Good. Tone the core. Try to bring the pubic bone towards your navel. Feeling the core engage. Reach the crown of the head. Release this as carefully as you can. You can take your hands behind. We're going to sit down. We're going to roll down. You can either hold onto your thighs or arms alongside the knees. You're going to roll yourself down. Good. Good. Knees stay bent. You can walk your feet a little closer in towards your hips. Interlace the hands behind your head. Let's see, am I visible here? I'll turn myself a little more visible here. There we go. All right, so we're going to do a little more core work here. Not that we haven't been already. Good. All right. So with the hands interlaced behind the head, take a nice yummy inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. Keep the head heavy in the hands. Inhale, extend your legs at a V. Good. Exhale, place the feet on the floor, and at the very bottom, take a little crunch. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift the chest, head heavy. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, set the feet on the floor. Take a little crunch at the bottom of that exhale. Inhale, head to the floor. Good. We're working on 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend at an angle. Exhale, bend the knees. Take a little crunch there. Inhale, lower. This is number 4. Exhale, curl, or actually just lift the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, plant the feet. Take a little crunch at the bottom. Inhale, head to the floor. Here's 5. Exhale, lift the chest. Elbows stay out to the side. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, plant the feet. Take a little crunch. Inhale, release. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Option to keep the feet on the floor if you need to. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, extend the legs, or keep the feet on the floor. Exhale, set the feet on the floor. Curl up and inhale, release. Last one. We'll go to 7 here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, plant. Take a little crunch. And inhale to release. All right, take the hands out from behind your head. Place your hands on your belly. And feel your inhale and exhale. So feel the belly rise as you inhale. And feel the belly soften as you exhale. All right, keep your feet about hip distance apart and bring them a little closer to your hips or your glutes. Arms can be in robot arms with a 90-degree bend or palms alongside your hips. Inhale, reach the hips up here, coming into bridge pose. You can do this with your arms at robot arms. Press down through the right foot, lift the left leg. Come into a one-legged bridge. Stretch the sole of that left foot right towards the ceiling. Keep the hips level. Turn on that right hamstring. It's going to work good. Good. All right, set that left foot down before you try to lift the right. Good. Pressing with that left foot. Extend the right foot towards the ceiling. Change legs. Stretch the sole of that right foot. Keep both hips level. Good. Work that left hamstring. Good. And set that right foot down. Release, rolling through your spine. Bringing the hips back down to the floor. Draw the knees into your chest, cross your ankles, and roll yourself back to seated. You can take a couple rock and rolls if you'd like here. Good. Coming back into table pose. Good. So coming back into table pose when you're ready. Good. We're going to bring the knees a little closer together. You could walk your hands just a little bit over to the left, just a smidge. Engage the core. We're going to lift up that right leg and take 10 circles here. You can take some nice, maybe beach, well, maybe volleyball size circles. Just find the circle that works for you. I'm at 3, 4. Try to keep both arms straight. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can take a break. Don't have to do all of them. 10, and we're going to circle the other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to ask you to extend that right leg out. You're going to kick it as though you're trying to draw the heel to the glute. Turn on the hamstring and then kick. Just a few of those. Kick. Draw in. Use the hamstring. Kick. Draw in. Kick. Draw in. Good. And release. Good. You need to take a few circles here. You could kind of sink over towards that right side a little. Feel a little stretch through the glute there if that feels good. Take a few circles, clear it out. We get to do the other side here. Good. All right, how are we doing? How's everyone doing? Good, okay. So let's bring the knees close together. You can walk your hands just a little bit over to the right now. Left knee lifts. Circling here, 10, 9, 8, 7, feeling into your hip, being present for your hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and circle in the other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a break if you need to. 1. All right, keep that inner thigh parallel to the floor. Kick. We're going to do 5 kicks. Try to use a hamstring to draw the leg back. Extend and kick. Good. Feel some power. 4. And I think that's 5. Good. Let that left knee rest. Lean over a little to the left, just finding that nice stretch if you can. Woo. Or clear it out here if it feels good to circle your hips around your knees. See what you need here. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to take a stretch for the back of the wrist. So sitting back on your ankles, bring the fists together. Press the fists together. Bring them to the floor. Good. Yeah, great. And feel that nice stretch in the back of the hands. You can straighten the elbows as much as you need to. Try to take the back of your hand to the floor with the fists pressing together there. Ooh, good stretch. Release, sit back, stretch it or shake it out. Good. All right, make your way into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, shift the hips back, find your down dog. Good. Find your down dog. Nice. Okay, good. All right, bend the knees, keep lifting the hips back towards the wall behind you where the ceiling meets the wall, and stretch the heels, even if they're not on the floor, stretch the heels back and down. Good. And then straighten the knees. Walk your feet forward, find your forward fold, let your head dangle. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Good. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. There we go. Okay. All right, take the feet hip distance apart. Now I got myself two. There we go. Take your feet legs distance apart. Sorry. Taking a straddle stretch here. Interlace the hands behind the head. But we're going to turn the heels in and the toes out, bending the knees. We're taking a goddess pose. Exhale. I'm going to bring the right elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, center. Lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale. Other side. Good. One more time each side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, find that work through the obliques. Inhale, come on back to center. Good. Take the hands. You could take like a little V shape with your thumb and index finger right above the knee. You can lean forward. Exhale, you're going to twist towards the right. So you're going to feel that left arm straighter. Take a nice twist here. Whew, catch your stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Catch your stretch, other side. Inhale to center, round your spine. Roll yourself up to standing. Good, and then take your feet parallel again. So legs are straight, feet about legs distance apart. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping your hands under your shoulders, or you can bring that opposite hand across to the ankle. We're going to twist over, exhale, twist over to the right, lifting that right arm up. Left hand can cross over to the ankle or stay under your shoulder. And inhale to center, exhale, twist to the other side, option to cross the right hand to the left ankle. Inhale to center. Next inhale, take your hands to your hips. Take an exhale here. Inhale, press down through the feet, come all the way up to standing. Nice. I'm going to take that left toe 90 degrees. Bend the left knee. And we're going to kick that right heel out a little bit. So your hips are going to be squared towards the long side of your mat. Your arms are going to be open to T, warrior two, looking over your middle finger here. You want to be able to see your toes. You want to feel a little lift through that inner back thigh. Warrior two. Exhale, lateral angle. We're going to stretch that top arm up and over. Inhale back into warrior two. Straighten the left knee, bring both feet parallel. Turn that right toe 90 degrees, knee follows. Exhale, bend the knee. Find your warrior two in the other direction, gazing over your middle finger. So feel a little extension. Feel your wings as you reach through your middle fingers. Feeling that connection of the arms through the upper back. Exhale to lateral angle. We're stretching that top arm up and over, gazing towards the tricep. Maybe spinning the rib cage towards the ceiling. Getting curious. What does it feel like to be in your body today? I hope it feels good. Just focus on breathing, on moving. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Good. Straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Turn your left toe forward. You're just going to yoga walk forward, step back, plank pose. Good. Option to take an extra push up here. Lower down, press up. Good. If you'd like to take chaturanga to up dog, you'll lower down halfway now. Upper arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, straighten the arms. Shoulders over wrists. You can untuck the toes, taking the shoelace side of the foot to the floor. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Option here to move into a side plank. So you're going to, let's all rock on. So you're going to take the right hand, that's the base hand, you're going to turn to the left. You can stack the feet or you could stagger. You could also bring that bottom leg down. Some options here, just giving you some options. Good. You could take more like a bicycle stand with that top leg, or you can again stack the feet. Good. Bring that top hip over the bottom hip. Try not to let it sink back. Stack the shoulders. Exhale. Come back into your plank pose. Good. Set the knees to the floor. Exhale, devotional. Hips towards heels. And fold your arms here if you'd like. Rest your forehead. Take a few breaths. Good. Woo. All right. When you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take your straddle stretch facing me. And we'll work the other side. Oh no, we did both sides. We did our warrior and our, good, okay. Good, good, okay. So we need to do our other side for our plank pose. All right, well, let's do a little, before we do that other side for plank, let's do a little balancing here. So let's bring the weight onto the right leg and bring that left knee up. We're gonna bring that left sole of the foot into the, actually it's the right sole of the foot, sorry. Right sole of the foot in, whichever side you're working on, you're gonna work on both. And hands to the heart center. So try here, as you're moving into your tree pose, what would it feel like you were lightly drawing the sole of the foot away from your thigh and the hands apart? What would that feel like? Lifting through the crown of the head. If that feels too weird, just stay with whatever feels right. Let's reach the arms up and overhead. Just moving slow. If you fall out, you can come back. Good. And then we're going to just try, whoa, just for fun, to just be a little bit of a swaying tree. So move slow. Just try swaying a little here. Whoa. Again, if you fall out, no worries. No worries. Whoa. Good. Come back to center. Bring the hands to the heart. Draw that knee in. Step it down. Shake it out. Good. We'll take some helicopter arms here. Whew. Yes, let it all go. All right. All right, let's try that on the other side, standing on the other leg, bringing the left knee up. Sorry if I got you confused. Other side, sole of the foot to the inner thigh, if that's available to you. Otherwise, to the inner shin, if you can. But hands to the heart center. Play around with this idea of feeling, it's not going to happen, but feeling as though you're trying to draw the sole of the foot away. I usually suggest that you press them together, but What does that feel like? It's the sole of the foot and the thigh. We're trying to isometrically lightly draw away. What about your hands lightly drawing away, even though I know they're touching? Just play with that feeling. You could play with our swaying tree, reaching the arms up and overhead. If you're saying, I don't really like that swaying tree, Shauna, you can take whatever version of tree pose you'd like today. You can sway a little. Oh. Good, come on back to center. Take the hands to the heart. Bring that knee in, shake it out. Whoa, very good. All right, let's take a straddle stretch, hinge forward. Good. We'll turn towards the front of the mat, turn and yoga walk, step back to plank. Good. Option for vinyasa here, or you could go straight to down dog. If you're done with vinyasas, that's fine. Add in a push-up if you'd like. Good, I'm going to add in that push-up. You can do it on your knees. Then you can chaturanga if you want, coming halfway down, upper arms parallel to the floor. Inhale to up dog or any back bend that feels good. Exhale, down dog. Good, and we've got our second side plank to do. So your left arm should be on the bottom. You're going to turn towards the right. Stacking the feet, good, or staggering the feet, taking any variation of a side plank that feels right for you today. Good, good. Trying to bring that top hip. That top hip has a tendency to want to fall towards the back wall. So bring that top hip towards the ceiling. Bring that top shoulder over the bottom shoulder. Good. Feel the core toned. Bring that top hand to the floor. Carefully come out of your side plank. Take devotional, hinge back, hips towards heels. Good. And then just enjoy, just revel here for a few moments of recovery. Just feeling the breath moving through your spine. Feeling the breath in your neck spine, in your thoracic back, your upper back spine, down by your waist, into your lumbar, and all the way down that little vestigial tail, the sacral spine. Just feeling the breath moving in and out as though it was sort of winding in and out of each vertebra. So feeling the breath threading between your vertebra, feeling space, feeling sensation, feeling alive, feeling present. All right, good. All righty, go ahead. Make your way back into downward facing dog when you're ready. Down dog. We'll have a little fun with some balancing here. So you're going to take the right hand or whichever hand, same leg. You need to walk your feet forward. You're going to stay in down dog, but you're going to bring that. I'm taking my left hand here to my left ankle, and I'm pressing the ankle into the hand. So I've got my right arm and leg down, and I'm just really pressing on those opposites, and maybe I can lift up the right leg. So we're trying to, good. Lift up the leg where the hand is down. Maybe that floats up. A little balance here, having some fun. Woo! And then release, good. Take that left hand forward, or whichever hand was on your ankle. Take the other hand back, hold onto the ankle, press it into the ankle. Good. Press down through the opposite hand and foot, and then reach that left leg up, or whichever leg is on that arm that's down. Woo, having some fun here. Woo. And release. Good, walk the feet forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhaling, hands to heart. I'm going to have fun with a little more balancing here. So if you prefer to use the wall, you could face the wall if you have a wall and you want to. We're going to come into a standing figure four. It's like a standing pigeon pose. So again, I'm going to suggest you start on that left leg. Bring that right ankle over. So your wall could be in front of you. If that feels like some good support, you could do this at the wall. I'm going to flex that. Good, that right ankle is going to stay actively flexed. It's as though we're trying to draw the knees gently apart, isometrically, just lightly. You can try to keep the shoulders over the hips. If you want, hands at the heart center. Good. All right, now we're going to carefully rise up, coming into stork pose. So now that right knee is bent, and then maybe take it out to the right. Good. Come on back to center. Cross that left hand over, exhale into a twist. Ooh, I know this is a lot on that standing leg. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Gosh, we love you. Left ankle. All right. Send appreciation to that left ankle. Whew, shake it out. All right, other sides. We're going to stand on that right leg now. Bring that left ankle up. Find to work with a wall. If you need a wall, that's fine. To work with a wall. Good. Good. Hips and groins move back. So that knee is not moving forward. We're taking the hips and groins back. We're keeping the shoulders over the hips, hands at the heart center. Isometrically draw the knees apart just a little bit. Hip openers was on the menu today. All right. All right, carefully come back to standing. We're going to come into stork pose. So that left knee comes forward. You can take the right hand to the hip, left hand to the knee, and just draw it out to the side. Good. For those of us who are working, we were working with standing Padangusthasana a couple weeks before all this happened. So this should feel a little more accessible. Now, try it where you're going to bring that right hand over. Oh, this is my hard side. And then exhale, twist towards the left. Oh, I got the wall back here. I'm cheating. Inhale, center. Send some love to that right ankle and shake it out. Whew. All right. Good. All right, what else is on my list today? Whoa-hee. All righty. Okay. All right, we got both. We did both sides with our warrior and our lateral angle. Let's come back down. Oh yeah, let's come back down to the floor here. Let's come back down to sitting. Whew. I'm gonna adjust my, and let's come back down to sitting. Let's take the legs forward. Bring the fingertips on either side of the hips. Flex the ankles. Flex your ankles so your toes are drawing towards your shins. You can keep your legs on the floor. Good. Lift up through the crown of the head and broaden through the front of the shoulders. So taking a Dandasana, staff pose. From the side here. Staff pose, Dandasana. Feeling the back of your neck long. Maybe the chin drops lightly. Maybe you bring the front of the throat and the top of the ears back. So we're just trying to find a little length in the back of the spine and a little tallness here through the crown of the head. Release that. We'll bring the right leg in. Good. Good. Finding the sits bones. Hands could rest on either side of the hips. You could use a strap or a towel if you want over that extended left leg. You could inhale, float the arms up, and exhale, hinge forward. I'm going to keep my hands by my hips here. So inhaling tall, exhale forward. Heart blooms forward. Sits bones stretch back. Letting that neck spine stay in alignment with your upper back spine. So without constricting, without contracting the back of the neck. Inhale to rise up. We'll stretch that right leg long, bring that left leg in. Inhale, sit up tall. You can raise the arms up if you'd like. You can use your strap. Exhale to fold. Sits bones drawing back, heart drawing forward. Bottom of the right leg heavy. Breath easy and comfortable. Inhale to rise up. All right, now we'll draw both soles of the feet together, finding bound angle, Baddha Konasana. You could hold onto your ankles. You could keep your hands by your hips. You could interlace the hands under the back of the feet. So just some options here. We're going to exhale to fold forward. You just find the version. You could try all three. You could find the version that works right for you. So again, here, the knees are drawing towards the side wall. Sits bones drawing back, heart lengthening forward. Chest draws forward. Inhale to rise up. Beautiful. We'll take a nice little surprise upper back stretch. So take the back of the hands to your hips like you're mad at me. Bring the elbows forward, draw the knees up. So you can hinge forward a little bit here. So drawing the elbows in with your knees, feel a nice stretch to the upper back. Oh yeah. And release. Nice. Draw the knees together. Exhale to roll yourself down to the floor. You can hold on to the thighs or a little more work. Just kind of really trying to unfurl here as you come down. But draw both knees into the chest. Extend the right leg so it floats a little bit off the floor, drawing that left knee into the chest. Right leg extends. Find that engagement in the core. Now let that right leg float to the floor. Inhale, extend the left leg, reaching the hand behind the thigh. And you can press the thigh into the hand as though you're pressing the front of your thigh away from your chest. And now take that the other direction. You can feel the hands drawing back, bringing the hip towards you. Take a few points and flexes with your ankles and take a few circles. Circle in the other direction. All right, we're going to bend the left knee. You're going to set that left foot lightly on your right thigh. Take that right hand and draw the knee over, extending that left arm. Taking a twist here. You could look towards your extended left arm. If it feels better to release the sole of the foot that's on your inner thigh knee to the floor, you can do that, or you can, again, just keep it, feel like a little stretch as you try to lengthen that left knee away from the hip. Inhale, come on back to center. Draw both knees in. Keep the right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Let it hover. Find the engagement in your core. Don't let this be about your low back. Feel the pubic bone drawing towards your navel. Good. And then release the heel to the floor. So let the left leg rest on the floor. Inhale, extend the right leg, hands behind the thigh. You can press the thigh into those clasped hands. Press the clasped hands into the thigh. So you're trying to press the leg away. And then release. You can just find whatever hamstring stretch feels good here as you draw the front of the right thigh towards your chest. Pointing and flexing your ankle. Taking a few circles. Circling the other direction. Ooh. Bending the right knee now. You could take that left hand to the back of the knee. You could set the right foot onto the inner thigh, twisting over to the left. Good. Right arm extends. You could gaze towards that extended right arm. Stretch that right knee away from the right hip. If it feels better, you can let that right foot slide to the floor. Otherwise, it can rest on the kind of the inner top of the thigh. Give yourself a little support. Inhale, come on back to center. Draw both knees into the chest. Take happy baby, soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Hands reach for the outer ankles, knees draw towards the floor on either side of your rib cage. So the feet are trying to reach the ceiling, the knees are trying to reach the floor. Hips are feeling a good release here. Maybe the low back feels a good release. Maybe you feel this in the hips. Get wild and crazy. You can extend your legs into a happier baby, rocking a little side to side. Check on time here. Oh, good. If there's any other pose or stretch that you want to take, something that I didn't teach that would feel good for your body, you can take that now. You can also put on some socks or a jacket. Get comfortable laying on your back. You could take legs up the wall. You could lay on your belly. We're going to move into Shavasana here. Just getting comfortable in whatever way feels good for you. Finishing any last poses that you would need. Relaxing your jaw, closing your eyes. You're laying on your back, just feeling all the places where your back body connects to the earth. Feeling grounded and supported. Feeling the steady rise and fall of your breath, keeping the breath easy and comfortable. Feeling the belly expand lightly as you inhale, feeling the belly skin soften as you exhale. This is a poem by Kitty O'Meara. You can tune me out or listen. It's called "And the People Stayed Home." And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced. Some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. And softly come back into your body, feeling yourself, however you're positioned for Shavasana, feeling your breath. You can start to move your fingers, you can start to move your toes. Bring some movement into your wrists and ankles. When you're ready, you can come onto your side. Roll onto your side using that top and bottom arm as your pillow, whatever arms there on the floor is your pillow. Just feeling the transition from one position to the other. We're all in this lovely period of transition. Not the changes, it's the transitions that are so interesting. When you're ready, you can press the top palm into the floor, floating up into sitting. You can bring your hands to your heart center if that feels right for you. You can rest your thumbs on your sternum. Feel free to join me. If you're unmuted, I might hear you, but if you're muted, I won't. So you can join or listen. We'll take 3 ohms here. No way to do ohms wrong. Just go ahead, exhale completely. Take an easy inhale. Namaste. Thank you. I can unmute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Oh, there you go. There we go. We should have unmuted you before we did the Any questions or thanks for coming. This was fun.
Miss you.
Yeah, I know. I miss all of you. I miss all of you. So good to see you. All right. I may do power yoga. I offered to Allison to do a power yoga on Monday from 9 to 10. So we'll see if that's a go, and maybe a gentle from 4 to 5 on Monday.
Thank you.
Okie doke.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was cool, wasn't it?